Our next competitor very aptly calls himself a sculptor of the human physique.
Three-time Mr. Olympia champion, widely considered one of the greatest physiques in bodybuilding history.
We are with the legend himself, Frank Zane.
The thing is, he had a great physique, just like Frank Zane had a great physique.
Right.
You know, if he was the same size as Arnold, maybe he would have beat him.
This is Frank Zane, the most unmatched bodybuilder who not only dethroned Arnold Schwarzenegger, but also challenged the bodybuilding standards he had set. He is the one who defied odds to discover his own scientific approach to training and nutrition. Mr. Olympia winner for years 1977, 1978, and 1979. Mr. America winner for 1968, and NABBA. Mr. Universe winner for years 1970, 1971, and 1972. The Chemist, or the God of Aesthetics, titles don't define him. What does it take to document such a perfect physique that breaks the whole era of Arnold Schwarzenegger's bodybuilding? Today's video got you the answer. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this. So keep watching as we uncover the secrets behind Frank Zane's iconic physique. Born in 1942, Frank Zane was raised in Kingston, Pennsylvania, a city where weightlifting was so common that a 15 or 16-year-old boy like Frank could easily get inspired for gym training. Muscle Magazine's read fueled his focus to such an extent that in just 3 years, at the age of 17, he grew from 130 pounds to 160. His gains were huge, but also smart at the same time. Think that was shocking? Just wait, there's more. Since his beginning, Frank has known his workout recipe since his school days. Until winning IMSAR America 1968, he followed a one-day upper body and second-day legs training routine. But when he moved to California, he started a three-way split routine. He would train his chest and back on Monday and Thursday, his legs on Tuesday and Friday, and his delts and arms on Wednesday and Saturday. You think you've seen it all? Think again for a moment. Did Frank train his abs? What got him a 29-inch waist and V-taper? He had a robust daily training routine of 400 reps of AB workouts and as many as 1,000 nearing the competitions. Hold on, this is where it gets even better. Isolation exercises were a big deal for Zane. These target specific muscles like a bicep curl for your arms or leg extensions for your quads. He believed this helped him shape his muscles perfectly. It's like carving a statue, piece by piece. But that's just the beginning. Get ready for what's next. Zane didn't forget to focus on mind-muscle connection. He paid huge attention to the muscles which were working as he trained. It helped with muscle memory so that he could train hundreds of reps without any stress. Such mental peace helped reduce fatigue and lead to better recovery. What happens next will leave you speechless. Don't go anywhere. Zane also mastered himself in holding his cool. He trained carefully so that he could avoid injuries. Fewer injuries mean he had fewer risks, but more training days. For this purpose, he was always concerned about using proper form and avoided pushing himself too far. He preferred training consistently rather than risking injuries that could throw him out of the gym for several weeks. Among all the renowned bodybuilders, till the date, you'll agree Frank has proven himself the most cool-minded. For this reason, he's focused on his consistent writing work, male business, and gym today. You hardly see him hanging out with fellow bodybuilders. Lastly, in his bodybuilding recipe, Zane paid attention to posing. It wasn't just for the stage. He practiced poses during his training to see how his muscles looked. This helped him spot areas to improve. Listening to his body and solely paying attention to chiseling his muscles presentation, Frank was able to craft the physique that left everyone's jaw dropped, even today. But his workout routine didn't work alone. If you thought that was good, the best is yet to come. One of Frank's biggest secrets was his hawk's eye, which critically evaluated his progress and deficiencies by looking at his photographs. You'll believe how he did it. Stay tuned. Yes, it might surprise you, but before presenting his body on the My Olympia stage, Franks would regularly take his photographs and track his progress, all thanks to his wife, who was a wonderful photographer too. Think that was incredible? Just wait, there's more. His meticulous attention was the reason that his body looked more like a masterpiece of art than a muscle. And people were right to call it the golden ratio. a perfect blend of symmetry, proportion, and grace. Do you know what was the most fantastic thing about Frank's philosophy of bodybuilding? He focused on what he had. He didn't run after gaining muscles. Instead, he sculpted his muscles with the precision of an artisan. And just when you think it's over, here's the real twist. Yes, even if the world calls him an alchemist, it'll be better to call him a sculptor of his own body who knew how to listen to his unique body. His philosophy is the reason he rejects the idea of general training. According to him, certain generalizations will work up until a point with everybody, but after that you pretty much have to find specific things. And asking somebody to train you with these generalities is like saying, "Teach me, take me under your wing." But wait, this is where it gets even better. Thanks to his training philosophy, Frank was able to get 299 points out of 300 points while prejudging Mr. Olympia, 1979. And that's just a glimpse of how astonishing he had been to win 3 consecutive Mr. Olympia and several other titles. You think you've seen it all? Think again. Just like a sculptor uses several tools to craft a piece of art, Frank had several other secrets in his arsenal as well. Having a bachelor's degree in science and a master's in experimental psychology, Frank has a distinctive approach to building a body. Besides having his signature training method of, "What works best for my body?" he studied the golden ratio, a natural math formula, to guide his workouts. By combining the golden ratio with the most effective individual body training needs, he created a balance between muscle definition, beauty, and elegance. To him, bodybuilding is like solving a jigsaw puzzle. Each piece, arms, chest, legs, fit together just right. What happens next will leave you speechless. Don't go anywhere. Zane worked on every small detail, from shaping his abs to ensuring that his shoulders matched his waist. He believed little things made a big difference. Besides using photos, he used mirrors and careful measurements to track his progress. Did he have any other key? No bodybuilder can overlook diet. Frank was strict about his diet. He added protein, fats, and carbohydrates in a perfect ratio to fuel his body. Combined training with dieting and continuous tracking, there came the time for presenting his body. As for the presentation, Frank also took it pretty seriously, as usual. He spent significant time posing. He would practice like a dancer and work on the presentation of every single muscle. This is the reason, today, he seems annoyed with the way bodybuilders pose on the stage. So what's Frank's big takeaway? You're going to want to hear this. Zane doesn't believe in abstract ideas like confidence. Instead, his approach is highly practical. His precision in using science is evident. He sharpened his focus through meditation and kept experimenting, paying attention to details and always aiming for perfection. His methods prove that by paying attention to your body's needs and potential, you can achieve the bestest grace that nobody can match, even after decades. He went beyond reps, heavy weights, and bulking. So, what can you learn from Zane? Train smart, not just hard. And for training smart, you need to understand your body. Sounds simple? Wait until you hear how he mastered it. Such understanding comes through safe experimenting. This is where it gets really interesting. He leaves you a lesson that your workout is art, not just hard work. To him, creating something great is a complete detailed process, which must take the time and effort it requires. And here's the secret no one talks about. When it comes to using mind power to succeed in achieving your goal, Zane knew exactly what he needed to do. Instead of relying on the superficial idea of staying confident, he utilized the power of meditation and visualization. On the one hand, meditation helped him to relax his mind and clear his focus, and visualization kept him motivated. Meditation was another tool Zane used. He would take time to clear his mind and relax. But why meditation? Here is the shocking truth. Stress can ruin your focus and hurt your performance. A calm mind leads to a strong body. And just when you think he's all about the mind, Zane surprises again. Zane also knew how important it was to set clear, realistic, and attainable goals, especially when you're on a grand mission like winning Mr. Olympia. You won't believe the level of detail he put into it. He broke his goals into small steps like, which muscle did he want to condition more? How much fat did he want to lose? And pose he needed to master. Sounds intense? That's just the beginning. To attain these goals, Zane strictly followed self-discipline. He has been so strict with following discipline that today, looking back, he hardly cares about prepping like competition days. It is a lot of work. I am glad I got it out of my system. But still, today, he strictly follows a diet that helps him reduce the burden on his joints by keeping him slimmer. Similarly, he does a workout in his gym to remain fit. My diet is always pretty strict. I never really eat more than about 2,000 calories a day. And I get about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I weigh usually between 170 to 175 pounds, a little lighter than before. And when it comes to workouts, here's his secret strategy. He keeps his workouts less challenging for his joints. When you get older, you really can't train as frequently. The whole idea is to train less frequently but harder. I still train hard, but I don't do as many sets. On upper body days, I might do 20 to 24 total sets. On leg days, I do about half of that. Frank Zane has a list of huge successes from 1965 to 1970 that give him a distinctive and unmatched identity. Although Frank couldn't win Mr. Olympia of 1980 due to a sudden injury that caused him to lose a lot of muscle mass and gain water before the competition, other injuries also contributed to his early retirement. His legacy lives on. But his legacy? It's stronger than ever. Here's why. Even today, modern bodybuilders and bodybuilding fans can't help but admire the balance he achieved with symmetry and aesthetics. His uniqueness makes him timeless. Frank Zane's legacy lives on, even decades after his prime. Why? Because his approach wasn't just about being the biggest. It was about creating a work of art. That's something timeless. The gold standards of his physical sculpture prove that you can achieve anything with the right focus and discipline. Now that you know the secrets of Zane's creation, it's your turn to apply Zane's principles to your own fitness goals. Do you think his approach can help you unlock your potential? Share your thoughts in the comments. If Frank Zane's story inspired you, show some love by hitting the like button and sharing this video with your friends. For more incredible fitness stories, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you'll never miss an update. Thanks for watching.